Archangel Michael is speaking to you with a seriousness you have never felt before. Listen to me very carefully, and do not skip this. If you choose to ignore this warning, I cannot protect you from the malicious trap set for your destiny today. You are a chosen one. You are a high-frequency soul, but you are in terrible danger. Do not move an inch away from this screen. The algorithm did not bring you here by chance. Heaven just intercepted your feed at this exact second because a massive prophetic shift is targeting your aura. A great tragedy is heading toward your timeline before Sunday night. You must listen closely. If you swipe away now, you are willingly walking into their cage blindfolded. Stay exactly where you are until the very last second. I am going to expose the exact suppressed mechanism that will shatter their invisible chains. But first we must talk about your physical body. You have been feeling an overwhelming sense of fatigue lately. Your shoulders are incredibly tight. The weight you carry is entirely real. Every morning when you wake up, the heaviness is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through your daily routine. You smile for the sleeping masses. But inside, your energy is completely drained. People tell you that you are just working too hard. They tell you it is just normal stress. Do not listen to their mundane excuses. You have been waking up repeatedly at exactly 3 a.m. in the dark. Your eyes snap open. Your heart is racing for no logical reason, and the air around you feels incredibly thick. This is not insomnia. It is heightened spiritual discernment. Your highly advanced spirit is detecting a massive disturbance in the unseen realm. Heaven is waking you up to stand guard. You walk through your day with a thick fog clouding your tired mind. You forget simple things, and you feel like you are moving underwater. The people around you demand your endless empathy, while they offer you absolutely nothing in return. They drain your light. They leave you empty. And you sit alone wondering why you feel so incredibly exhausted all the time. This profound exhaustion is not a lack of faith. It is absolutely not your fault. What you are feeling right now is intense spiritual warfare targeting your biological frequency. The dark matrix deliberately engineered this heavy stress to keep your pure energy trapped in survival mode. They want you tired. They desperately need you weak before Sunday night arrives. Your nervous system is screaming at you right now for a reason. Do not look away. A malicious plan has been set into motion against you, and heaven is intervening at the final hour. You are standing exactly on the threshold of a massive billionaire shift. But the enemy planted a biological lock to block your blessing. They are terrified of your true potential. Think about the deep isolation you have experienced these past few weeks. Friends are dropping off your radar without explanation. Conversations feel completely hollow and violently draining. You feel like an alien in your own family. Understand this clearly right now. This sudden isolation is not a punishment from the universe. It is absolute divine protection. Heaven is clearing the room before the storm hits your timeline. The manipulators in your life see your exhaustion and they mistake it for defeat. They look at your quiet demeanor and assume you are finally breaking under their heavy pressure. They do not realize they are dealing with the ultimate cycle breaker. Your silence is not surrender. It is a highly calculated strike. The prophetic shift coming this Sunday night requires your total physical and mental readiness. The dark elite know this precise timeline. That is exactly why the spiritual attacks against your physical body have multiplied this week. They are throwing every minor inconvenience at you. The sudden arguments, the unexpected delays, the technology glitching around you. These are not mere happenings or random bad luck. They are orchestrated attempts by dark forces to lower your sacred frequency. They want you angry and highly reactive. They desperately need you to step out of your divine alignment before the weekend closes. You must not give them what they want. You must hold your holy ground and protect your aura. I see the tears you cry in the absolute silence of your room when no one is watching. You wonder why the universe has not delivered your massive harvest yet. You have prayed faithfully, but your reality remains completely stuck. Listen to me carefully. The delay is not a spiritual failure on your part. It is a suppressed cellular signal within your own mind. I need you to take one slow, deep breath right now. Ground your energy in this present moment. Let that powerful truth settle deep into your weary bones. You are not broken, and you are not crazy for feeling this immense pressure. The heavy fog surrounding you is about to be lifted permanently, but you must stay fiercely locked onto my words. I know how profoundly lonely this earthly path has been for you. You are a genuine empath walking through a dark world of sleeping masses. You constantly pour your pure love into toxic people who only want to take from you. And when your own cup is completely empty, you find yourself sitting alone in the heavy silence, wondering if anyone will ever hold a safe space for your tired soul. Every single time you chose forgiveness over revenge, the universe recorded your exact frequency, and heaven has always seen your quiet sacrifices behind closed doors. Your current isolation is not a sign that you are abandoned or forgotten. It is a strict divine quarantine orchestrated to protect your priceless energy from parasites. The narcissists in your life desperately want you to believe that you are broken. They are absolutely wrong about your magnificent and sovereign destiny. You have lived for years with a heavy burden that I call the almost pattern. Every massive opportunity comes incredibly close to you, and then it suddenly slips away at the last second. You feel the financial breakthrough approaching, but a sudden delay ruins everything. You do the hard spiritual work, and you obey the cosmic signs. But your earthly reality simply refuses to catch up to your high-frequency aura. Before we go any deeper into this prophetic Sunday shift, I want to hold something in front of you. Something that was discovered not inside a church, but inside a top-tier research laboratory. It won the highest scientific recognition available, and most chosen ones have never been told about it, because it explains the exact gap you feel between your true potential and your daily earthly struggle. You know deep down that you carry a magnificent hidden genius inside you. You feel it in flashes of pure intuition, but you cannot seem to sustain it. I will show you exactly what the scientific researchers found, but not yet, because first I need you to fully understand what was violently taken from you. Hold this crucial question in your beautiful mind right now. What if the gap is not a character flaw, but a suppressed biological mechanism? Here is the dark secret the Matrix never wanted you to find out. The reason the universe responds effortlessly to certain people and not others is not about discipline. It is a specific brainwave that controls your connection to the divine flow. Scientists quietly refer to it as the powerful gamma brainwave, and it is the exact frequency your brain was naturally running when you were a young child. Back then, your brilliant ideas came effortlessly without any struggle. Learning new things felt like magic, and you somehow knew things long before they happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side back in those days. Then, adulthood arrived, and the dark elite went to work on your brilliant mind. The endless daily stress and the glowing screens destroyed your natural peace, while the modern school system trained you to conform instead of creating your own sovereign reality. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further by the system. The Matrix pushed it deeper and deeper below the surface of your waking consciousness. They actively engineered your environment to keep your gamma brainwave in deep dormancy, until the version of you with lightning intuition and massive luck went completely silent. You slowly forgot the true spiritual power you were always born to wield. Most people will live their entire earthly lives without ever knowing this happened to them. But you are not like the ignorant sleeping masses around you. You are the ultimate cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. And the question I asked you to hold a few moments ago has a clear answer. The gap between your struggle and your windfall wealth has a scientific name. The final answer to your delayed harvest is much closer than you think. Stop scrolling immediately and listen very closely to my voice. Your physical body is reacting to this raw truth right now, isn't it? You can feel a strange tingling sensation in your chest because your spirit recognizes the weapon used against you. The long delay in your massive blessing is entirely biological. A specific physiological lock is keeping your financial harvest trapped at the front door. The dark forces did not attack your faith because your faith is completely unbreakable. They aggressively attacked your biological receiver instead to keep you blind. They knew that if they could scramble your internal frequency, you would never recognize the divine opportunities. Heaven placed massive wealth right in front of you, but your receiver was turned off, and they made you believe that your constant fatigue was just a normal part of getting older. They lied to you to steal your divine inheritance. That heavy fog in your brain is the direct result of a suppressed cellular signal. It is the tragic sound of your inner genius literally gasping for air. I know how badly you want to break free from this exhausting and toxic cycle. I know you are tired of watching the sleeping masses succeed effortlessly while you struggle. You deserve so much more than this endless daily survival routine. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and now. The spiritual warfare you have endured was never a normal earthly misunderstanding. It was a calculated cosmic heist designed to drain your high-frequency soul. The elite quietly extract your golden energy to build their fake and hollow empires, but they made one catastrophic mistake in their spiritual physics calculations. They forgot who they were dealing with when they targeted a master of reality. Let us uncover the hidden mechanism that triggered all these attacks against you. The people who drained you are not acting randomly. The dark matrix uses specific human agents to keep your frequency low, and these narcissists operate like spiritual parasites in your daily life. They wear friendly masks while secretly plotting your absolute downfall. But a massive disruption is happening in the unseen realm right now. Those same toxic people are currently experiencing a full-blown system crash. They can feel the massive prophetic shift approaching this Sunday night, and this incoming storm terrifies their hollow souls completely. They wake up in a cold sweat because their fake reality is suddenly crumbling. They are panicking. For years, they treated you like a disposable human battery. They came to you whenever they felt empty and drained your golden aura. You offered them your pure empathy without any hesitation, while they offered you nothing but endless chaos and heavy confusion in return. They truly believed you would always be their reliable, emotional dumping ground. But your energy signature has completely changed. I am going to reveal the exact piece of hidden evidence that seals their ultimate fate, and I will show you exactly how their hollow empire is falling apart. But first, you must realize why they targeted you. You must understand the deep spiritual physics behind their obsessive and incredibly toxic behavior against your soul. They did not target you because you were weak and defenseless. They targeted you because your magnificent kindness is a powerful spiritual weapon, and they are absolutely terrified of your pure existence. You walked into the room, and your high-frequency soul instantly exposed their rotting darkness. Your pure light was a constant reminder of everything they could never be. Stop scrolling immediately and pay close attention to this next part. The enemy tried to hide this exact truth from you for years. When they saw your divine potential, they subconsciously agreed to be agents of the Matrix. Their sole mission was to keep you confused and exhausted, because they desperately needed you to stay completely blind to your own power. Notice how their behavior has become incredibly erratic this week. The sudden arguments and the weird passive-aggressive comments are not random accidents. They are dropping hidden, aggressive hints to provoke a negative reaction from you. They are knocking loudly on your spiritual door because they desperately need you to open it and let them back in. Do not answer that door under any circumstances. They want you to feel guilty for setting an iron boundary around your sacred energy. They will whisper to others that you have changed for the worse, but you must let them talk their pathetic lies. Their gossip is just the tragic sound of their own manipulation tactics, failing miserably before the Sunday shift. Your silence was never a retreat from their toxic battlefield. Your silence was a highly calculated strike that permanently severed their energetic fuel supply. You stopped arguing back when they provoked you, and that simple shift in your energy changed everything instantly, making your brilliant silence the most terrifying sound they have ever heard. When you refuse to react, their toxic energy has nowhere to land. It violently ricochets back and strikes them directly in their own chests. They are literally choking on the very poison they tried to force down your throat. You did not even have to lift a single finger to punish them, because the universe is fighting this brutal battle for you. Take a deep breath right now and ground your energy. Feel the heavy chains of trauma completely fall off your tired shoulders. You are a sovereign entity, and you are no longer responsible for their spiritual evolution. Your only divine obligation right now is to protect your newly upgraded frequency at all costs before the massive storm arrives. The cosmic scales of justice are finally balancing out this weekend. The heavy karma they sent your way has violently returned to their doorstep. While you step into your untouchable, ageless glow, they are rapidly aging under the crushing weight of their own toxic malice. They finally realize they have permanently lost your beautiful golden energy. This prophetic shift on Sunday night is your ultimate vindication. You are the ultimate cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The Matrix is losing its grip on your destiny, and the dark elite are scrambling to find a new way to suppress you. But you are vibrating at a frequency where only pure miracles can attach themselves to your brilliant aura. Do not let your logical brain hesitate for even a single second. You must anchor this physical reality by leaving a permanent digital mark right now. Type 777 in the comments as a prophetic act of agreement. When you type those sacred numbers, you actively alert the spiritual realm that you are fully aware of who you actually are. But we must address the other side of this spiritual warfare. Why is your financial harvest still delayed? Let us talk about your painful, earthly struggle. You have worked so incredibly hard for so long. You did everything right, but your bank account is constantly empty. And every time you desperately try to build a secure foundation, a sudden and brutal crisis violently wipes out your earthly resources completely. The dark matrix wants you to believe you are just lazy. They whisper that your financial blockages are entirely your own personal fault. They want you drowning in deep guilt and heavy shame. I need you to reject their toxic lies completely, because allowing their dark deception into your beautiful mind will only delay the massive blessings you deserve. Your temporary lack of earthly money is absolutely not a sign of spiritual weakness. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and now. The long delay in your massive blessing was never an absence of divine favor. Your hidden years were not empty years at all. They were designated fallow years, and you must understand that the massive difference between those two words is as wide as a glorious golden harvest. You are a prepared vessel for the ultimate creator. Think about a wise farmer who deliberately leaves his best field completely empty for an entire season. He does not plant any seeds in that dark dirt. He lets the heavy rain soak the ground. The field looks totally barren to the sleeping masses, but the farmer knows the soil is quietly restoring its vital nutrients. The deep soil is secretly building massive capacity. That is exactly what heaven has been doing with your exhausted soul. You are in a strict season of divine preparation right now, The universe had to strip away your toxic attachments first. If heaven handed you a massive billionaire shift while you were still connected to those narcissistic parasites, they would have stolen your entire divine inheritance overnight. Heaven allowed this temporary financial drought to protect your future empire. You are a kingdom financier, and you require a foundation made of unbreakable solid rock. The long delay was your ultimate divine shield. The grand universe was actively expanding your spiritual lungs so you could breathe freely at a high altitude where your toxic enemies will inevitably suffocate. You are currently incubating a spectacular miracle. But here is the spiritual blind spot they did not account for. The dark matrix thought this long winter would finally kill your pure spirit. They watched your isolation and assumed you would permanently surrender. They did not realize that the intense fire they used to burn you only hardened your beautiful spiritual armor into unbreakable steel. You survived the brutal crucible. Take one deep breath and ground your energy. Let this profound realization wash over your tired physical body. The universe has been working the night shift to clear your new path. While you were quietly crying yourself to sleep, powerful angels were aggressively tearing down the massive roadblocks that stood in the way of your ultimate destiny. Your heavy fallow season is officially ending. Listen to me very carefully right now. 99% of people completely miss this critical shift. They get impatient and they rush back into the toxic matrix to beg for tiny scraps. You must remain completely centered as this ancient blueprint reaches its glorious climax before the heavy sun finally sets on Sunday night. The exhausting season of waiting is entirely over. The massive dam of your generational blessings is finally ready to break wide open. The universe held back your cosmic rewards only to protect them from those vicious, emotional vampires. But the demonic parasites are completely gone now, and a massive flood of pure abundance is rushing directly into your clean reality. Everything you prayed for in the dark is arriving. You have endured the heavy pruning process with magnificent grace and beauty. You are no longer a victim of unfortunate earthly circumstances. You are a sovereign entity preparing to receive your royal crown. The deep roots you grew in the absolute dark will easily sustain the massive oak tree you are about to become in the blazing light. Your massive harvest is inevitable. I want you to remember every single tear you shed in secret. The cosmic judges carefully collected every drop of your pain. They turned your heavy sorrow into solid spiritual gold. Heaven is preparing to pay out massive daily dividends on the heavy investments you made when nobody else was watching your quiet sacrifices. The grand universe never forgets a chosen one. The capacity you carry inside you now is completely unprecedented. You can hold immense wealth without ever losing your pure heart. The elite matrix hates that you cannot be bought or easily corrupted by their dirty games. They tried to starve you out, but they accidentally taught you how to manifest your own abundant reality directly from the divine source. You are deeply powerful. Pay close attention to this next part because the enemy tried to hide this. They knew that if you survived the fallow years, you would become completely untouchable forever. Their entire false system would instantly burn to the ground the moment you realized the immense power hidden inside your own biological frequency. And that is exactly what is happening to you today. The financial breakthrough you seek is no longer a distant dream. It is a physical reality actively moving toward your specific coordinates. You just need to unlock the biological door that has been keeping it outside. I am going to show you exactly how to break that final biological lock before the prophetic Sunday shift completely transforms your entire life. You can feel the heavy atmospheric pressure changing around you right now. The universe has officially flipped the cosmic script on your enemies. What you thought was a relentless attack on your physical body was actually the final desperate resistance of the dark matrix. They are violently losing their tight grip on your destiny. The heavy cosmic scales are finally tipping in your absolute favor today. Your long season of waiting is collapsing completely. The signs of this massive prophetic storm are everywhere, if you know how to look. You see the repeating angel numbers on clocks and daily receipts. You feel sudden flashes of intense heat or unexpected chills running down your tired spine. These are not random bodily functions or mere coincidences. They are the clear physical manifestations of your spiritual DNA rapidly upgrading. Heaven is actively preparing your physical vessel to hold unprecedented abundance. The dark elite can see this blazing light approaching your specific timeline. They are terrified because they know their artificial system cannot stop a fully awakened, chosen one. They rely on your constant fatigue to maintain their false illusions and control your beautiful mind. But their pathetic manipulation tactics are suddenly failing to trigger your anger. You are simply too tired of their childish games to even care anymore. Your absolute indifference is destroying them. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something incredibly important. I must share something. The people who profit from your endless exhaustion absolutely do not want you to know. Neuroscientists, working quietly away from the loud headlines, have discovered exactly how to bring your dormant brainwave back online. They found the exact biological key to unlock your trapped genius, and the dark elite tried to bury this profound revelation forever. This hidden solution does not require years of impossible meditation that most exhausted people cannot sustain. It does not require massive biofeedback machines that cost thousands of dollars in a clinical setting. It is achieved through something far simpler and completely aligned with how you were originally designed by the Creator. It is a specific audio frequency engineered to guide your brainwave patterns back to your childhood genius state. Major research institutions have quietly validated this suppressed mechanism. Princeton University studied the profound effects of this exact frequency on the human mind. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed its massive power to restore human potential effortlessly. Columbia University even found that when this specific brainwave is reactivated, it radiates outward to positively influence your loved ones. I will tell you exactly what it is called and how to access it before this message ends. But first, there is something critical you need to understand about this spiritual battlefield. We must discuss why your financial breakthrough was delayed until this exact moment in time. The Matrix deliberately suppressed your biological receiver because they knew your specific life purpose. They knew you were sent to this earth as a magnificent cycle breaker for your entire family line. If you woke up too early, you would have shattered their system prematurely. Everything had to align perfectly for this upcoming Sunday night shift. The grand universe needed you to experience the deep pain of isolation first. You had to learn how to discern the hidden snakes hiding in your own grass. If the financial floodgates opened while you were still surrounded by greedy parasites, your windfall wealth would have been entirely drained. Heaven allowed the delay to ensure your ultimate safety and sovereign protection. Stop scrolling immediately and let this raw truth wash over you. Your physical body is reacting to this divine revelation right now. You can feel the heavy chains of generational poverty finally snapping in the spiritual realm. The unseen walls that kept you broke and exhausted are falling down right in front of your own eyes. The dark entities are screaming in absolute terror because they cannot stop your divine acceleration. You must prepare your physical vessel for the massive influx of divine favor. The incoming storm will wash away every single lie they ever told about your pure heart. The universe is about to expose the toxic manipulators to the blazing light of ultimate truth. You will stand tall on the smoking ruins of their fake empires. They will be forced to watch you step effortlessly into the royal destiny they desperately tried to steal. This is exactly why your biological frequency must be completely restored right now. A suppressed mind cannot fully recognize the divine opportunities heaven is dropping at your tired feet. The synchronicities that belong to this new season of your life are moving through the atmosphere at this exact second. They are not waiting for a better version of you. They are simply waiting for your cellular receiver to be turned back on. You must reclaim your power today. Every day of suppression is another massive blessing that registered as ordinary and moved on without you. But you are not going to miss your prophetic window. Heaven has intervened to hand you the exact master key to your own beautiful mind. The spiritual warfare you have been fighting in complete silence is officially coming to a glorious end. You are about to cross the sacred threshold into a new reality of effortless wealth and profound peace. The dark forces orchestrating your misery just made a fatal miscalculation. They pushed you entirely too far this time. The elite matrix thought they could break your high-frequency soul right before the prophetic Sunday shift, but they stepped blindly into a massive cosmic trap. I am going to tell you the exact spiritual mistake that sealed their permanent doom. But first, you must look closely at the spiritual battlefield surrounding you. They desperately tried to back you into a dark corner this week. They used every toxic agent in your life to violently drain your golden aura. They truly believed your deep isolation meant you were finally defeated, and they assumed your silent tears were a sign of total surrender. They laughed at your quiet endurance. They did not understand the sacred law of spiritual physics. When they plotted your downfall, they accidentally triggered a massive boomerang effect in the unseen realm. Every single lie they whispered about you has become a heavy iron chain around their own necks. The grand universe is actively reversing the energetic flow right now. The trap they dug for you is their own grave. Stop scrolling immediately and feel the immense power returning to your body. Your righteous anger is completely justified today. You were never the helpless victim they painted you to be. You are a sovereign entity possessing a terrifying amount of divine authority. The narcissists who tried to bury your light are suddenly realizing they buried a massive seed instead. You are aggressively bursting through the heavy soil right now. The explosive force of your massive spiritual growth is shattering their concrete matrix into tiny pieces. They are scrambling in the dark because their lower spirits can feel the massive energetic wave rapidly approaching. They know Sunday night is coming, and they know their heavy karmic debt is finally due. The universe is officially foreclosing on their stolen energy. They are completely spiritually bankrupt, and there is absolutely no cosmic bailout coming to save them from this collapse. Let that glorious truth sink deeply into your awakened spirit right now. Breathe in the sweet air of your total victory. You survived the brutal crucible they designed to destroy you. You are officially standing on the smoking ruins of their fake empire. Watching you rise from the ashes they created is a torture they cannot escape. They have to watch you step effortlessly into the royal destiny they desperately tried to steal from you. Your blinding success will burn in their hollow chests for the rest of their empty earthly lives. Pay close attention to this next part, because the enemy tried to hide this. Do not let your logical brain hesitate for even a single second. The Dark Elite are throwing one final tantrum because they know they have permanently lost their grip on the Chosen One. They thought you were just a naive empath, but they foolishly awakened a sleeping giant. Your sheer presence in a room disrupts their low-frequency vibrations immediately. When you walk in, they feel a heavy pressure in their chests. Your pure light naturally exposes the roaches, hiding in the absolute dark. You are their walking judgment on this earth. They are secretly dreading this upcoming Sunday, without even knowing why their false system is falling apart. The atmosphere is holding its breath today. We are rapidly approaching the final hour of this long cycle. You must remain completely centered as the ancient blueprint reaches its glorious climax. Do not look back at the toxic people who chose to stay behind. Your only divine obligation right now is to look forward, because you must boldly claim your waiting royal crown before Sunday night. There is a massive catch to this incredible power you are inheriting today. The spiritual sequence is still not completely finished. Your ultimate coronation requires one final massive step to lock the heavy iron gates of your new kingdom forever. You have successfully defeated the demonic entities in the unseen realm, but a single biological lock still remains inside your tired physical brain. The dark matrix is actively trying to suppress the exact message you are hearing right now. They manipulate the complex algorithms of this society to hide this vital truth from cycle breakers. They desperately want to keep you isolated and biologically blocked, but you are about to shatter their entire suppression system completely. You are completely ready to take your life back. I am about to reveal the ultimate secret they kept from you. The divine calibration is nearly complete, and your spiritual lungs are fully expanded. You are perfectly ready to breathe the thin air of ultimate victory. Stay with me, because what I am about to bring you into next is the most pivotal part of this entire message. The final threshold is standing wide open. Before we go any further, I must absolutely interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. The question I asked you to hold at the very beginning of this message is finally ready to be answered. What if the gap between your struggle and your windfall wealth is not a character flaw? Here is the profound answer heaven kept hidden from the dark matrix. Your financial struggle is not a lack of faith at all. It is a completely suppressed cellular signal. A specific brainwave called the gamma wave was running in you as a child at genius-level capacity. Princeton University has studied it. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed it. A dedicated team of neuroscientists, led by Dr. Robert Lake in New York, spent years working in absolute silence. They successfully compressed the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into exactly 7 minutes. Before I tell you what they built, let me tell you about 2 people who used it. A woman from California had tried absolutely everything to break her generational curse. She tried meditation, manifesting, and intense prayer. Nothing broke the heavy fog. But after 2 weeks of using this specific frequency, she said something cleared completely. Not that she tried harder, but that the divine channel simply opened. Her marriage shifted, her mind sharpened, and she described her life as enchanted for the first time. A man from Texas started using it to improve his failing business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked that his intelligence level had jumped 20 points effortlessly. The hardest problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves while he slept peacefully. He said it felt like his brain was finally running on what it was always supposed to run on. The dark elite never wanted you to experience this profound biological freedom. That is exactly what Dr. Lake and his clinical team built. They call it the Genius Song. It is not a generic meditation app. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. It is the exact same underlying research that Columbia University validated, compressed from 1 full hour of clinical protocol into something you do at home. You simply use your headphones and close your eyes. You do not chant. You do not struggle. You simply let the frequency do what your brain was designed to receive. The Genius Song is not for everyone. It is heavily guarded. It is for the chosen one who has already done the inner spiritual work and who understands that what is being blocked is not their faith, but the biological frequency through which blessings move. If you came to this message carrying a painful pattern older than yourself, this is the exact chosen one this frequency was prepared for. The cosmic cursor is pointing directly at you today. Clinical biofeedback sessions to restore this state cost hundreds of dollars per hour in a facility. An in-home machine runs thousands. But what the Genius song delivers in 7 minutes is available to you today for a fraction of its true value. 4 powerful bonuses come with it. You receive an audio designed specifically for your children's focus, the original prosperity text that the secret was secretly built upon, a guided visualization, and a daily habits guide built to sustain your new gamma state. Here is the deeper truth about waiting for Sunday night. The blessing that has been arranged for you does not arrive as new information. It arrives as a profound recognition. Something already placed in your earthly path becomes visible only when gamma is completely restored. The chosen one who restores the receiver today does not receive something new. They finally see what was always there. Waiting is not neutral. The divine arrangement is in motion right now. Beware of the dark matrix. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The tracks circulating under similar names on those streaming platforms have absolutely no brain entrainment technology encoded. The elite planted those imitations to keep your gamma brainwave completely dormant. The fake versions will severely lower your vibration. The only authentic version is available through the secure link that has been placed in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe requires absolutely zero risk from you today. You are protected by an ironclad divine energetic guarantee. If you do not experience the massive shift you deserve, every penny is returned without question. That is an energetic exchange governed by complete spiritual trust. The dark elite are actively trying to scrub this leaked protocol. Step through the secure portal in the pinned comment and claim your true inheritance right now before access is permanently revoked. The sacred tool does not replace your holy obedience. It does not replace your beautiful surrender to heaven. It simply restores the receiver through which your obedience and surrender produce the miracles they were always supposed to produce. Whether that specific path is yours or not, the truth of this prophetic message belongs to you entirely. Now let us go deeper into what is waiting for you before the sun sets. There is a voice in your head right now that is pushing back against what you just heard. Do not let the adversary steal this beautiful moment. He wants you to doubt your own immense power. The lingering fear you feel is just the dark matrix desperately trying to hold on to its control. But their fake system is already completely broken. You are entirely free from their toxic chains. Take one final deep breath with me right now. Let the cool air fill your expanded spiritual lungs. Feel the heavy chains of trauma completely fall off your tired shoulders. The long spiritual war is officially over, and you are the undisputed victor. You do not need to fight those exhausting battles anymore. Stand incredibly tall in your divine authority today. Release your earthly fear into the absolute dark. The universe is actively sweeping away the toxic debris from your beautiful life. Every single obstacle that stood in your way has been removed by powerful angels. You are a master of reality, stepping into a completely clear path. The wealth and the peace you deserve are flowing toward you like a massive, rushing river. Do not let your logical brain try to figure out how the miracles will arrive. Your only job is to trust the divine process and keep your cellular receiver wide open. Heaven will handle all the complex earthly details for you. You have survived the brutal storm. Now you get to enjoy the glorious warmth of the blazing sun. Your hidden years are permanently finished. For the chosen one whose spirit confirmed what was described earlier, the path is still open in the description and pinned comment. The specific frequency tool remains available for you right now. That is the last time it will be mentioned. What follows now belongs entirely to your holy sealing before the massive Sunday shift arrives to transform your reality. Now, I need you to completely reframe your mindset right this very second. We must lock this powerful frequency into your physical reality. You cannot just walk away and leave your spiritual doors wide open. The defeated enemy is always looking for an unlocked window to creep back inside. You must permanently seal this divine energy right now to protect your new royal kingdom forever. You must claim this victory loudly in the spiritual realm before the physical world can fully catch up. Type Amen in the comments right now as a prophetic act of agreement. When you type that sacred word, you lock your divine alignment into place. It is a bold public declaration that the matrix simply cannot ignore. You are signing your new cosmic contract with the universe today. You have earned your divine crown through blood and tears. But remember that this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your living testimony is the exact bridge someone else will use to escape their own toxic matrix. Do not hoard this blinding light. Share this specific message with one soul who is crying out in the dark tonight. When you plant a seed of hope in others, heaven multiplies your harvest. By sharing this truth, you are actively partnering with heaven to rescue the lost. You must also protect your daily frequency moving forward. Press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Subscribe to this sanctuary and seal your protective armor completely. When you join this rare remnant, you ensure that you never have to fight these heavy spiritual battles alone again. The days of you playing the lonely, misunderstood empath are completely over. You do not have to explain your beautiful soul to the sleeping masses anymore. You belong to a completely different royal lineage now. Your intense sensitivity is your greatest weapon. Your quiet demeanor is your ultimate shield against the loud autopilot society. You are the lost child of a divine royal family. You are the ultimate cycle breaker sent to rewrite the history of your entire bloodline. The generational curses of poverty and depression stop with your quiet obedience today. The pain stops with you, and the massive abundance begins with you. You were not the poor victim trying to survive the heavy rain. You were the magnificent storm all along. The universe bows to your sovereign authority. The heavy chains of the generational curse are permanently broken today. They fall to the cold floor with a loud crash. You are stepping into a timeline where your requests are manifested almost instantly. Money and deep peace will flow toward your magnetic field effortlessly. The toxic dams have been blown wide open by the universe. Everything you touch from this moment forward turns to solid gold. Heaven is incredibly proud of how you handled the intense pressure of the crucible this week. You passed the test with absolute flying colors. Walk proudly into this massive Sunday night with your head held extremely high. The heavy delays are completely finished. Your grand destiny is calling your name loudly right now. Step forward and claim the massive miracles waiting for you.